We are back, man.
Hey.
Let's get it cracking. We're gonna try to see if we can finish this damn thing. So hopefully we can. Hopefully sometime tonight we can finish this damn Death Knight quest line. All right. I believe we just accepted a quest from this guy. What does it say? What does this do? Trivial quest? Yeah, we want trivial quest. What else is in here?
So what are you guys into tonight?
All right. Me?
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to see if I can finish doing this damn quest line. I don't know if Bo told you, but apparently there is a frost brood Proto-Wyrm you can get, a mount you get for doing the WoW Classic Death Knight intro.
Oh wow. Yeah, I saw that advertised on the front page.
So that's what I'm streaming. I'm streaming it to see if I can get it.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
Man, this guy hits like a truck, don't he? Is this guy supposed to give me his head or no? Crusader Skull, Turk Swiss. It doesn't look like it. Where the hell are we supposed to go then? How many quests do we got? Let's check that. Oh, we actually. Oh, that's our friend's log. Quest log.
Oh,
Slay
exactly
the
what we got.
Inquisitor Valorous and take Valorous' head at the Scarlet Tavern. Or to the Scarlet Tavern. Which way is down? The son of a bitch. Some bitch. And y'all got some potions. There you are. You follow me down here, will you? All right. What was this? Man, I like your axe. You want to lend me that axe? Do do do. Let's see here. Come on. Hey, Draven, can you find the remote and lower that a little, please? Yeah. Oh, here is this some bitch. Oh, you want to knock me back, some bitch, huh? Let's spin around you. Give me that. What is it? His head. Go before more than show up. I'll draw their fire. You make an escape. All right. Let's get the hell out of here. Getting tired of this place. See, we've done a whole bunch of nothing and gotten nothing done. You mount up too, buddy? All right. Where are we going? This way. Looks like we got another quest here. How many damn quests are there in the intro quest for Death Knight? I'm going to be max level by the time this crap is done. Is that the goal, to be max level? I don't even know what I just said yes to. I got so much crap. What is this? All right, let's put that on. Put that on. Gauntlets. Plate. What is this? No mail here. Oh my God, the roof is on fire. Well, we don't need no water. So let that sumbitch burn. Except, I don't even know. Man, stop giving me stuff without me. You need some verbal commands or something. What's in here? What is this? What am I supposed to do? Cug Iron Jaw? The hell? We're lost. We need a special surprise. Oh, this some bitch. Why are we able to mount in here? That's another interesting question. Oh, that's sad. Damn. I'm going to have to remember that. Cug Iron Jaw. He went out like a pimp. That's a straight up G right there. What are y'all gentlemen running?
Gambit 19.
Oh, nice. You get a chance to watch my video from last night?
Not yet.
You should, man. It was hilariously comical. It was funny.
Right.
It was a good one. It was funny because I'm telling you, man, there was some people I would put them on blast and tell them, I was like, by the way, you're on stream. There was one paladin. It was like, dude, I'm just trolling. We're trolling. Yeah, we're just totally trolling, man. I don't even have all my gear on. This guy's the first time he's done mythics. It was like, why are you making so many excuses? I didn't say you did bad. I just said you were on stream. And he's like, yeah, man, this is my cousin Miles' account. I've never played World of Warcraft before. I don't even know what these buttons do.
Oh my God.
It was hilarious, man. He was saying stuff, and I just thought it was funny. He's like, yeah, well, So from now on, I'm gonna see if I can generate more pugs and see how many people I can get to react. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
Let's see.
I don't even have to make stuff up, man. I'm actually bad.
You're stupid. That's funny.
I have no excuses, man.
You're not bad, man. I just think that's funny though. Damn, this is classic. There's trinkets that specifically buff a spell. Like it says, encrypt this trinket, increase the damage you do by Heart Strike and Death Strike or something like that by like 90.
Oh,
So classic. Why did they take some of this stuff out? There was gear or whatever specific that literally made you play a certain way and want certain abilities and trinkets for certain things. Why did they ever take that out of regular WoW?
Because it's too
Oh.
specific. It goes against their philosophy for the game.
That's exactly what they're doing for Dragonflight. By making you pick specific paths, now you're back to going back to the way things were. By sitting there saying, well, if you want these abilities, you got to go down a certain path to pick them.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you when they come out with the different set gears, they're each set gear, I guarantee there's going to be more than one. I'm calling it now. Each set gear is going to be doing certain things, buffing certain things, and making you realize, oh, so if I want to play a certain way, I need this set gear.
Yeah. It expands interest in the game, and yeah, that's the way it used to be.
Now, I know probably some people, maybe somebody's going to watch this video and be like, dude, you're an idiot. They already do that. Tier sets. But that's a tier set. I got a trinket at the very beginning of Death Knight that literally just buffed up a specific spell. Instead of like, oh, gradually giving you X amount of haste. Can you imagine popping a trinket and for the next 15, 20 seconds, this certain spell has a chance to proc freely without using, like, say, for like a hunter or a druid that uses focus. 90 or most of the classes use something, right? So imagine having a trinket that says all Death Knight abilities or any abilities that puts a spell or something like that on cooldown for the next 10, 15 seconds. It won't proc a cooldown. For certain abilities, not abilities that are big, or maybe it'll be for like non-talents.
Yeah. It's if you study anything about game design, anytime you add things like that, elements like that specialize one thing, it makes game complexity go up. And that's contrary to what Blizzard has been doing. They're trying to make it so that everybody has an equal amount of fun.
Tell them that when next time you see a warlock do over 200k damage in a dungeon.
Yeah, because it doesn't work. It
Yeah,
hasn't worked for a long time, and they've just finally kind of started maybe realizing that.
Yeah, tell them that the
We gotta
next time you
change.
see my Beastmaster and I'm going beast mode. Literally, every single one of my cooldowns, I'm hitting exactly the way I need to hit it, and I'm smiling because I'm doing 40, 50k, and then I see the survival hunter next to me. Every single pack pulling like 80 to 100 plus k DPS with no cooldowns. It's just what he does. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think they got the memo.
I think part of that reason is that they really haven't had game designers actually working on it. It's been marketing people, and it's coming back to bite him a little bit.
Well, you see, the thing is, if it was the actual people who play the game, people do certain things in. All right, here's an argument for people who are going to be on stream or just whatever. A relative argument for somebody who's actually played game for a very long time. Every single brand of game under the sun. All right. By doing that, you still make everybody pick a favorite. Even though you're saying that if you what about the item and the class and all this other stuff, that none of that matters. What's going to happen is people are going to just naturally gravitate to the next big meta. That's why there's a such thing in the game as of right now called a meta. There wouldn't be a meta if there wasn't a thing for meta to begin with. And unfortunately, they created that. So even if it's against their policy, they've had a meta for how many expansions now? There's always been a meta.
Yeah, technically, you can't have a game if you're using any type of like outside information to solve the game. Like that's meta. So
In theory, yes. That's even in D&D. When I explain to people what's going on, I don't know if any of y'all have ever played D&D before.
More than you can possibly imagine.
Well, then you know the phrase metagaming for D&D. It's not allowed. All right. If I specifically tell you, oh, by the way, guys, you're like, oh, y'all may be excited about today's adventures, and then y'all happen to see dragon minis on my game board, you're gonna be like, oh, dude, we're gonna be fighting dragons, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, dude, you can't do that. You're like, what? You can't. You know you're about to maybe possibly be fighting dragons or werewolves or fighting lichens or whatever, and this next adventure you're about to do, because I got all these minis you see right here. Your character in game doesn't know that. So you have to act like that. But yeah, and at that point, that defeats the whole purpose, and that's what you call metagaming. You know something that your character's not supposed to know. You know what I'm saying? And it's really hard to break that cycle. But unfortunately, there's always been metagaming. So unfortunately, they're doing the wrong thing to break it. What I mean by that is if you watch the lives, right, for the people who are pushing, if you watch the lives for the people who are pushing in these past keys, okay, they literally had almost the same class composition, every single one of them. That's meta. Every single one of them used to be rogue. What was the top rogue before season 3?
I think it was outlaw, right?
No, it wasn't outlaw. It was the other
Or
one.
subtlety.
Subtlety. All right. Before it was outlaw, it was rogue, subtlety. Right. It was subtlety, frost mage, and 9 times out of 10 it was windwalker. If it wasn't Windwalker, it was another AoE variety of Warlock. That was it. Every single team you saw live was the same damn team composition. It was either Blood Knight, those 3, Healing Shaman, like clockwork. And they did a different mythic. They had a need for a different composition. They brought a different ones, but almost 90% of what the group stayed the same. So you had your hero from Lust, from your Shaman, but you still had it from and then it shift. So then all of a sudden it became Survival Hunter. You still see some Frost Mage because they can do some killer AoE, but you see the dynamic has shifted. Now you don't really see the Frost Mage. Now instead you actually see Survival Hunter. You still see the Warlock, either Demon or Destruction. And if you were actually watching the lives like I was watching, some groups actually just had 2 locks. They had Demon, they had they would pull 2 range. They would have a Demon lock, Destruction lock, and then they would have Survival Hunter. And if it wasn't Survival Hunter, it was Windwalker. It was one of those 2. And there was like the same 2 or 3 different team compositions every single time. That is a meta now. So if I went and watched the professionals pushing hard keys, they were picking these specific comps. That's an issue. So here, I know it sounds like rambling, but the reason why I'm saying it is because it's actually coherent. So Blizzard's doing it wrong. They're doing it 100% wrong. They're doing it wrong because what do? They nerf. There's no need to nerf. You don't need to nerf the Survival Hunter. You don't need to nerf the Warlock. They're doing fine. What happens is if you nerf these specs, what other specs are you going to use? What is the team composition you're going to bring to be able to clear these extremely high keys that the pros are trying to clear? And you'll see them. You'll see this. You'll see the announcers. Oh, that's going to cost them so much time. Oh, I don't know if they're going to time it. Well, they got a +2 in this key, but are they going to be able to +2 the next key? Now they're struggling with the best of the best meta classes to time the keys the way they need to time them. If not, I've literally seen groups in live where there's a couple of guilds, and I forget which one it was. You'd have to go watch the live just to see it. There was one or two of them. They would wipe on the first boss. Immediately they would call it, and they would stop doing the key. And they're like, "Oh, that's gonna cost them so much. They're gonna wipe on the key." They would just call it. So if you nerf the classes that are specifically meta, you're honestly just telling the top people, don't even bother doing 25+ keys. Don't bother doing the live nationals. Don't bother pushing for higher stuff because we're going to nerf these classes and there's not going to be a class that can do these mythic keys. So they're doing it wrong. They should be buffing all the lower keys. Don't stop nerfing. They're fine where they are. Make everybody else do the same amount of damage. So now people have more of a pool of classes to pick from to do these metas. And then you're going to start seeing these nice team compositions. It's not that one class will be better than the others. You're going to nerf the other class into existence, and they're going to try to find another one. No, what's going to end up happening is they're going to keep buffing other classes, and then you end up having this. Well, these classes suck now. Subtlety rogue. And now what do? You bring outlaw rogue.
But that's a never-ending circle, too.
And that's what I'm saying. They're doing it wrong. I agree with you. They don't have people playing the game. If they were doing it right, correctly, you would stop nerfing everything. You know what I'm saying? Leave it the hell the way it is. You made a mistake. Increase everything else. And what do they do on top of that? How many times have they nerfed the dungeons? A lot, right?
Yeah.
They've nerfed them into existence. Some people are like, holy crap, they've nerfed them. They've nerfed these dungeons into existence, and they're still complaining about these people who do this insane amount of damage that are just now pushing these higher keys because they figured out strats and how to do them. That makes no sense. Why are you nerfing dungeons? Why are you nerfing classes? You wouldn't have to nerf the dungeons if you wouldn't nerf the classes, right? In theory, you could leave everything just the way it is if you make everything else better. And by doing that, now you have a game that everybody can play because now people who, like me, I don't play a paladin. I don't play a rogue. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who, like Yana, do you almost play any other class besides mage?
I literally only play Arcane Mage.
So from last season to this season,
a different character.
kind of, yeah,
I don't
but
remember what it
he-
was, but I know you played one that wasn't.
90% of the time you're going to see him on his mage. So that's
Yeah.
like Blizzard telling Yana right now, hey man, you're no longer viable. Your class was last season 3. You're not a warlock. You're not a survival hunter. You're not one of these classes that are bringing the what we want to it. You're not going to be invited to push these 2025 keys. Why are you see what I'm saying? Don't nerf the other classes. I'm not calling for a nerf on the better classes. I'm calling for them to recognize that some of these other classes, like Warrior, who nobody even will play Warrior, and some of these other ones, they've been buffing it. But dude, have you been buffing it enough? Do you see any other class doing over 100,000 damage in pulls, Yana? Besides survival, destruction, and demon. Maybe Windwalker, maybe.
Actually, it's funny you bring Warrior up because I have run a couple of dungeons with a Warrior, and some of them I've run, the Warrior is just like absolutely.
And most of it is because the Bastion Spear of Destiny, it's because the cooldown. I've seen it. But outside their cooldown, their DPS drops. I'm talking about Destruction Warlock every single pack. He can do the Rain of Fire. He does his combos, and has nothing to do with his cooldown. His cooldown is arbitrary, 100%. His cooldowns for his Covenant abilities and everything else like that is 100% arbitrary. Same thing goes for Survival Hunter. You can see the Survival Hunter pack to pack to pack do the exact same damage. You can do the same thing with Demonology. That's my point. Me, my Hunter, as soon as I'm outside of Wild Spirits, man, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
So the answer is buff the specs because outside those 3 ones that I said, What other classes do you see hitting those huge numbers almost every single pack that don't have to rely on these cooldowns?
I mean, nothing really.
So you're telling me 3 classes in the class. Now count how many classes there are in the game of DPS. You're telling me 3 of them in the entire game do this DPS and nothing else. But your answer, Blizzard, is going to be to, well, we're going to balance it by nerfing these 3 classes. That's what they did last season. And now that's why you have a brand new set of people who have, they gotten buffed. And now you have a rotation of 3 to 4 other classes that can do it. Windwalker can actually hit those kind of numbers.
I'm back, y'all.
That's what I'm saying. They're screwing this up. It's simple. Stop nerfing stuff and just start buffing stuff until everything does about almost the same. Now you have every single class that is just wholly held fun to play, and you're not picking from what specs to play. You're just literally, there may or may be some team compositions that work a little synergized better with each other. You want a Demon Hunter because I believe he put a debuff on things where it increases magic ability or damage?
I don't know. I've never played a Demon Hunter.
I believe Demon Hunter does. Has anybody played a Demon Hunter?
A while back, but I can't remember.
I swear to God, during the live, they were talking about there's one of the ones they bring in is sometimes they bring in the melee Demon Hunter, and one of the reasons why is because I believe he just like increases 5% overall buff to increase magic damage. Shamans, you want them because of the fact that they can provide Windwalker's totem, and now your melee class is doing more damage. What's his name? The guy that I just watched, shout out to this guy, Eisen. I watched him on YouTube. First thing he did, when Dornell, you were just talking about this, saying that, well, they don't do that. Yes, they do. He was talking about, he went over every single spec that they're buffing and so on and so forth when it came to the new talents, the new talent trees. He's like, I'm complaining right now. Blizzard, you need to get your head out of your butt. And then he started saying, okay, so now for a raid composition, you're going to need this guy. Why? Because he needs this. But that means you're going to want a minimum because they gave this guy a thing. You're going to want a minimum. And I think he said normally you never want more than like 5 melees in a raid party, even though a raid party can get up to 25, 30 people, whatever. He said you only want normally, ideally, 5 melee. He's like, but you're locked into 8. And then he goes and explains why. You absolutely need this guy for this. You absolutely need this guy for this for the new buff for the Dragon expansion. You need this guy for this. He's like, now let's talk about tanks. He's like, you need this guy for this guy for this. So you're locked into these specs. He's like, so that's so many people. He's like, so now you need this healers, yada, yada, yada. And then I think at the end of the day, he was like, so you have X amount of people to pull from. And I think he was like, he went through the whole class and he's like, these are, if you are actually raiding, these are the people you absolutely need. These are the class and specs you absolutely, they're must-haves for raiding for the new expansion. And he's like, that left something like a handful, maybe 10-ish players that may or may not be able to join the party for the raid. They weren't have-tos. They were just like, you can join because we need to fill slots. He's like, that's ridiculous. And he's like, so pretty much then he started naming every single other spec in class. He's like, so pretty much none of these guys are going to be invited to the raids and specs unless they need you. Good luck.
So Chaos Brand is a passive. Your damage brands the target, increasing magic damage taken by 5%.
And is one of the reasons why he gets invited to the party. And is one of the reasons why they were talking about on live during the push for this last one that just passed this week. So even that guy who gets pushed to the party, they were saying that he gets invited, the Demon Hunter, if it's not the Windwalker. There in certain places, what they'll do is they'll pull the Warlock, and they'll pull, whenever you have the double lock team, what they'll do is they'll pull the Demon Hunter in as instead of over the Survival Hunter, because then it gives your 2 magic guys that much more damage. So he ends up becoming like he can pump out DPS, and they're expecting it, but pretty much he just becomes a placeholder to buff your magic classes doing insane damage already. That's the only reason why he's there. That's freaking sad, man.
Yeah, it is.
The only reason why my hunter gets invited to most of the stuff he does right now, and probably Yana too, is because the fact that we have lust.
Yeah.
Outside of lust, if we join a party, it's rare. Now I'm not lying. It's rare I join a party, there's a shaman in it. Like there's already a shaman healer. 9 times out of 10, there may or may not be a shaman healer, but it's rare. Normally, if I join the party, the first thing I do is look at my team composition. Blood Knight, Rogue. I got a maybe like I got a druid. They got a druid for the battle res. I'm in the party, so that's 4, and maybe they have a priest. And I'm immediately know my role. I'm lust. I just got invited because they needed a lust, and I was one of the only lusts or highest eye level or the best eye rating lust that applied for the position.
Yeah.
Make everybody special again. Give hunters the ability to actually increase aspect of the pack during parties, hold that, or increase everybody's attack power. They talked about getting warrior another banner. Did you see that? And on top of battle shout, they're going to be getting a banner that also does stuff.
Oh, I did not.
So classes in theory that already have stuff. Did you see the? I mean, I love shaman. I'm dying to play shaman in the new expansion. And people were complaining, and I saw certain people complaining about the utility, the amount. They were like, man, they need to fix some of the shaman class. They're not being shown enough love. Have you seen how much utility the damn shamans get and can bring to a table?
Oh, they get so much utility.
They get the stone totem back from the classic, so now they can reduce the melee damage people take. They get the poison totem, so this way they do the amount of totems that they can drop at any given is insane. You could literally have 2 shamans in your build and clear 90% of everything that's wrong in your party. It's even a raid.
Yeah.
Just tell this shaman, all right, you know what? You pick these totems, I pick these totems. Boom, we're good. You don't need anybody else. Meanwhile, Druid's talent tree, they took Vortex away. They took so much stuff away from the Druids. They split them up to make it to where they had actually less utility. That makes no sense.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, man. Have a good night.
See.
It's the weekend, man.
Yeah, but I'm old.
I know my
Not
head
that
hurts.
old. Oh, he already left.
Yeah.
It's probably why I don't get invited to the beta. What do you think?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I mean, it's just a guess. Maybe someday they'll invite me to the Blizzard when the expansion's open.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I am definitely going to do a Dornal sit. I'm going to take a look at the PTR and check out the talent systems. Anyone specific besides Marksman and Beastmaster Hunters that y'all wanted me to take a look at?
I guess you could look at Arcane Mage if you really want to.
I played Arcane Mage before I switched to Frost.
Oh.
I'm telling you, when Dorno was it not Dorno? Freaking Lloyd. When Lloyd was in here earlier, and I was talking to him about it, I picked his build, and when I did it, I was like, "Hey man, this is my build," and I linked it to him. And he took it. He's like, "Dude, that's almost the exact same thing I picked, except for a couple things." And I was like, "I don't have to play your class. I can just read the skills, and I know what the hell they do."
Yeah.
Pretty sure I can get on my mage and go full rotation to see what it was, because I used to play that one before. But now I'm liking that ice storming, ice comet, or whatever it's comet storm that I have for frost mage. I'm loving it.
Ooh.
I'll be right back, y'all. I gotta step out of this Discord.
All right.
It's been a while since I freaking played. I just went back to my guy to train me in spells and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And I realized I had to train on my damn spells. They're not just given to you anymore. So I'm sitting here at the trainer training a crap ton of spells apparently that I've learned for a while since I've been playing the classic. And I've just been running around with my basic stuff, trying to do all my quests.
Nice.
Yeah, I suck. So now I got pestilence. I got all kinds of crap. Hell yeah, frost present. That's right. Frost was a tank back then, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Yes.
That's funny. It said I have 44 unspent talent points.
Oh.
Damn, I honestly don't know what to do. you know how you know how bad this is for me?
How bad is it?
I'm one of those guys who I like to theory craft and do stuff like that. They gave me 44 points to put into talents. I'm just doing this just to get the damn mount. And now I'm here stuck staring at the damn talents, reading them because I just don't want to make a wrong choice in putting in my talents.
How long is the intro?
I have no idea. I thought it was going to be like a couple hour deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, or get in there, do it for a couple hours, and it's the intro. I didn't think I was going to like max level doing this thing. I am not going to lie. I have not done that many freaking quests. I've been logging in and off for a while. You know what I'm saying? Logging on, logging off. I've had to take care of some personal family stuff, just stuff around the house. And when I log back in, I'm like, all right, just do the quest, do the grind, do the quest, do the grind. And now all of a sudden it's like, all right, you wanted more stuff here. And it gives me a buffet of crap to pick from. And I'm like, I have no idea what the hell to do. What the hell's my armor? Armor is 4,400. And this gives me 2 attack power for every 180 armor. Increases to 3. So if I do this, Death Room Mastery. When you hit with Death Strike or Obliterate, there's a 33% chance the Frost or Unholy Runes will become Death Runes. They activate Death Runes count as Blood, Frost, or Unholy Runes. We want that. I already know we want that because now we actually can spend our abilities by doing other stuff and not having to wait for certain runes. Increase the chance to critically hit with weapons, spells, and abilities. No freaking brainer. We want to critically hit. And oh my god, we have a hit chance again? Increase your melee hit chance to hit a target by level. Whatever. Blizzard, please don't go back to some of this crap. You did good. You did good. You don't have to take it back that far. Converts 1 blood rune into a 10% of your max health. Increases the health provided by blood rune tap. We're not going to do that. Bloody strikes. Increase the damage of blood strike by 5%, hard strike by 15, and increase the damage. But we're taking that. You have a chance equal to your parry chance to take 15% less damage from direct spells. We don't care. Heals you Vendetta. Maximum health whenever you kill a target that you use experience or honor. That's nice. Auto heal.
Oh no. Next week is necrotic week.
Oh, nice.
Tyrannical, spiteful, necrotic.
Spiteful and necrotic.
Yeah.
And this week was funny. I thought Blazer was funny. He's making it fortified, inspiring, and saying,
Grievous.
Grievous, yeah. It's been a healer's nightmare this week.
Yeah.
We're getting this. This is a hard. Healed for 4% of Maxim's health. Whenever a marked enemy dies damage to a target, place a blood mark on an enemy. Whenever the marked enemy deals damage to a target, that target is healed for 4% of his maximum health. Lasts for 20 seconds. 3-minute cooldown. Marked for blood. That seems like almost like a tank spec. Blood was really mixed, wasn't it? Increase your total strength by 2%. Stamina by 1%. Doesn't Frost have Obliterate? I don't know if y'all can see him as fast as that. Nope. It's got to be a spell we just trained in. Blood. There it is. Obliterate Frost. Let's just go all the way down the tree, shall we? Oh, that's nice. Increase your chance to critically hit. I want to max that, honestly. I'm going to open this up. Bloody Strikes. Increase the damage. We want that. Now we want this Bloody Vengeance. We're just going to make damage. We're just going to go for damage. Nothing else. Increase attack power by 5% of the party and raid members within 100 yards. Also increase your total strength by 1%. Permanent buff. Attack power. So we got to undo it to learn this. We can't just right click. That sucks. Your weapon hits have a 3% chance to cause target to spawn 2 to 4 bloodworms. Bloodworms attack your enemies, healing you as they do damage for 20 seconds or until killed. Unholy Frenzy induces a friendly unit into a killing frenzy for 30 seconds. The target is enraged, which increases their physical damage by 20, but causes them to lose health equal to 1% of their total. Screw everybody else. While in Frost presence or Unholy presence, you retain 2% health from blood presence, and healing done to you is increased by 5%. Seems good. We were looking at, what was it, this one? No, we want the bloodworms. More damage. Unholy Frenzy. No. Yeah, so we do this. Damage. 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 Sudden Doom. Your blood strikes and heart strikes have a 5% chance to launch a free death target. Improved Death Strike increases the damage of Death Strike, increases its critical strike chance, increases a healing granted. No brainer. That's our heal. And we're going to end up switching them out. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Blood. Death Strike. Moving this right here. Put it to your back burner. And then on top of that, Blood Strike. Like that. Perfect. We need points to get down here. 40 points spent. Right there. Hard Strike. Increases your critical strike bonus of blood boil, blood strike, death strike, yada yada. Well, we need to put 1 point into this. So now we have heart strike. Blood strike, heart strike, death strike. And then damage that would be taking you below, whatever. No, we don't give a crap about that. We want 3 points into this. Damage. More damage. So now that this is an ability, open up our playbook again. Heart strike. Put it right here, here, here. Death coil. I don't know if we're going to be doing death coil and death coil build. We want the interrupt. Strangulate. Use it to click. You know what? Might even move this here to here. That's fair. Alright, now we're badass. We are so badass now. We're going to go over there and kick ass. We were literally surviving off crumbs. I was about to say, man, did y'all see that DPS that I did? Apparently I didn't, but I was doing 24k damage. No, I wasn't. I really wasn't. So I'm supposed to go the way the hell over here? That's just bullshit. Ah, yes, the old chance of looking for groups and people to cry. Looking for group heals, Zul'Farrak, then good to go.
Yeah.
I remember when he used to do Burning Crusade. When I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be embarrassing to admit. But when I used to play, I always thought people saying this. Now this might make y'all laugh a little, so don't laugh too hard at me, okay, please. I'm not gonna. But back in Burning Crusades, you used to get that one zone. Was it Nagrand?
Yeah, that's what it's called, I think.
You know how they had the suspension bridge to the zone in the middle, Hala,
Yeah.
and people would build groups for that, right? I honestly didn't know what this meant back in the day. Looking for 2 more Hala. I always thought Hala meant like holla at your boy, like holla at me.
Yeah.
It wasn't until later that I finally realized that holla meant that they were literally specifically looking for that. I had no idea.
That's pretty funny.
It's funny to admit now stuff that was just so obviously, blatantly obviously back then to other people was not to me.
Yeah.
Want to buy Coil Fang armaments, 70 times 75, 3 gold each. Stuff is actually worth stuff now.
Oh, yeah.
Really hoping they do the Dragonfly economy well. Hey, did you see that they were saying, I was watching some other YouTubers mentioning that it looks like now you honestly will be able to craft mythic gear all the way up to mythic gear quality items. And you will be able to remove the restriction for the PTR, I think, or just the beta. You can equip almost everything, and it's not unique. You can not just. Before, I think they had it at one point to where you can only equip one thing. You can deck yourself out in mythic gear 100% crafted.
Oh.
They said it's going to take a buttload long time.
Yeah.
But for certain people hunting down specific and certain items, you can absolutely do it.
Oh my god, this demon hunter is soloing the opera hall right now.
Oh, I got it on stream. Yana, I'm telling you, you got to watch it. I soloed Cujo for the 20-30% of his life.
Oh.
It was a plus 15. And I'm laughing my butt off. Like, what is going on? What? And I'm laughing the whole time. Like, what the hell? And the next thing you know, I'm just like tanking him. The only thing that saved me, and I already know this, I'm not ignorant, it was the fact that he gives you a break by doing the box mechanic. I gave my pet every single time to keep healing up, and then I would send my pet back at him. And I'm just DPSing, trying to heal my pet. He would come back at me, revive my pet, whatever like that, DPS him. Box come down.
Nice.
Yep. Hmm. Ugh. I really would just like to get my mount and go back to regular WoW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
We're just putting something together. We'll pop out of your channel so we don't disrupt you in a moment, okay?
Oh, you're fine, man. I think I'm the only one disrupting everybody.
What's happening, y'all?
I was wondering where you were.
I popped over to another Discord to talk to my daughter. My ex decided to blast her as well on Facebook.
That's not nice.
Nah.
What's going on, man?
So my daughter just told her to get the fuck off my page, and she unfriended her.
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, me too.
Creatures, you want to heal or you want to DPS?
It doesn't matter. What do you want to do?
How about if I pop over and heal?
What are y'all about to do?
That works.
Okay.
What are y'all about to do?
A mythic of some sort.
What do you think, Bo? You want to try your 10 Grim Reel?
I don't care.
I'll come with y'all.
Okay.
Super.
Let me let this storyline real quick finish. I'm not talking about the whole storyline. I'm just waiting for this cinematic and stuff to be done, and I'll switch over.
All right. Yep. We got take. Oh, where the heck am I? Oh, someone's got some. Someone's got some big show going on in Orbis over by the bank. Big purple ball and dancing people.
Wow, she didn't blast me on Facebook.
Oh.
I just want to remind you, Bo, you're on stream just in case anybody watches that.
Yeah, I really don't care.
I know, but I just thought I'd do you the favor, buddy.
Well, thank you. Because the way I feel right now,
I know. I done been there, done that, man. Only thing you can do is just. It sucks, man. Life sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the stream right here, man. We're going to go ahead and take a break of streaming for the rest of the night. Y'all go ahead and have a good evening. Thank you. Until next time, keep it cracking.